We do have Adesh, sorry, Arnab. Yeah, we do have Arnab with us who is going to take up the session today. And before we start the session, would you please quickly give your introduction? If you can't, means like in the voice, then you can even type it here in the chat window. Arnab, over to you. I'll be on mute so you can interact with them. Thank you.
Saraj. So let me start with myself. So I'm Arnab, and I have 12 plus years experience in SAP and 4 plus years in MDG. Uh, so I have like technical and functional both the experience in SAP, and I work as a trainer as well. Along with I take interviews for my organization as well. So I have extensive working knowledge in different modules in SAP along with MDG, and I have worked in different clients in different areas like US, Europe, Australia, and travel to different client location for the project purpose. So I have a good amount of client handling experience as well. Coming to SAP MDG, I'm frequently taking SAP MDG classroom trainings in my organization and outside also, and I take online trainings
Your
in
voice
SAP
is too
MDG.
low. Hello? You are not audible to us. Your voice is too low.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, a little bit louder, then we can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you,
Hello?
Arnab, clearly now.
Yeah. So
Now it's
is it fine
now
now?
it's better.
Okay.
Yes,
So
yes.
yeah, what I'm telling, I have 12 plus years in experience in SAP and 4 plus years in MDG. So I, along with the project experience, I have worked in the client side as well in different countries like US and different countries in Europe. And along with the project work, I frequently take internal trainings in my organization as well as online trainings. And I am work as an M-panel interviewer in my organization for SAP MDG. I would also like to know your background. What are the technologies or what are the areas you have experience, so that it will be easier for me. Like in which level I need to go and give the training. So who will start? Nandi. Adarsh, I can see that he's working in SAP Retail Master Data, looking to learn about Master Data Governance. Okay.
Prashant, you can start your introduction, please.
Hi Arnav and team. Actually, I am having a strong experience into SAP domain more than 16 years. Whereas I work with various other areas of SAP that include order to cash, SD, and the CRM area, service to cash, and various other e-commerce modules, hybrid commerce, and the commerce from the CRM side as well. And afterward, SAP has taken over e-commerce and all. So mostly master data resides in either CRM and ECC, and then it travels through various other areas like finance and material management and HR and other modules area, quality, plant maintenance and stuff like that. So here I would like to know more about MD master data governance, and then what are the things like what are the this master data been controlled, and how these things has been approved or workflow or any other BRF, how those actions and rules, how it gets properly worked, various functions of that particular module, and data is scattered entire ERP and CRM area. So how this get governed and controlled by MDG. So that is the objective of this learning this thing.
Thanks, Prashant.
This is Adarsh here.
Yeah, that's
For this training and the course overview, I've mentioned a couple of points on the chat window. The core areas of interest, which I was just looking at, is data modeling, UI modeling, the business rule framework, the workflows. Pretty much covers the entire portion as such. Does it also cover, or is there additional scope for the EIM modules like information, services and data steward or data services? So that's one thing which I want to know. And secondly, the training which you're imparting, is it purely based on just ECC, or is it also going to be covering MDG on S4? And if yes, so would you also be covering the options of co-deployment and hub model? Like the difference, like because for S4, it's always co-deployed at the moment. So how does it differ? What are the options? What are the differences? So would that also be covered?
To answer your question, definitely this training will cover data modeling, workflow, VRA plus, UI modeling, process modeling, data replication, but it would be more focused into ECC, okay, not into S4. Yeah.
Okay.
And data service, I can give an overview, but I don't think it's a part of this MDG training. But I have worked extensively in BODS for data migration. So yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. Would you also be covering it as a part of any interface?
Information steward and data services are totally different. It's not part of MDG, but yet Arnav is going to cover a bit on that one, like overview kind of thing. So that's fine.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
also,
that's why the chat
information steward can be integrated with MDG. With some amount of configuration, it can be integrated to check the data quality and remediate the data and improve the data quality also. It can be used. But I can give an overview, but not in detail or hands-on.
No problem.
Okay, Bharti is already there. Bharti, can you just explain yourself, or we can start it immediately? Okay. Arnav, I'm going to make you presenter. If you have any presentation slides, you can, share, and we can start the course contents. What exactly is going to be the part of the training and all. So I'm making you presenter, Arnav.
Sure. So basically, before starting presentation, I mean, I think most of you are from SAP background, so you have some basic idea on what is master data governance. MDG is like a state-of-the-art master data management solution, and it provides out-of-box domain-specific master data governance. Like for business partner, we cover customer and vendor. We have for a material master, MM, and we have the finance module. So it's domain-specific master data governance, which can be centrally create, change, or distribute, and delete, and consolidate the master data across different system landscape. Okay, so I have a document which covers 5-day classroom training session, but I can share that. So online session also will be covering the same topics. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see.
Yeah.
Okay. So today what we'll do, I'll give you the course content and I'll give it demo on a BP data model, how the like life cycle of a change request, or what are the steps, or how to create a customer in MDG with the approval process, starting from um, the creation of the customer master data, and how it is getting approved and how it is replicating into the ECC or our base tables like KN1. Okay. So generally I cover basic SAP overview and data dictionary along with the training, so that it's a so the training covers technical and functional both the aspects. Okay, so it's suitable for both the MDG functional and MDG technical persons. So it covers hands-on on the data dictionary. Okay, and then it's basic introduction to MDG and demo on a change request cycle, and the comparison between MDG and MDM. MDM is the technology. MDG is the technology which is mostly replacing MDM. So it is a basic difference.
Arnab, which version of MDG would you be training us on?
It's MDG 9. It's
Okay.
the latest version. Yeah.
That's fine. Thank you.
Okay. Then I covered the data modeling. Okay, data modeling is the area where actually you do the you enhance a standard data model like metal master or business partner for your customer master maybe, or vendor master. So you can enhance the standard data model to add the custom fields there based on the client requirement, or you can create custom data model based on the requirement. Okay, but SAP has provided some standard data models and you can always enhance so that you get the basic SAP features and you don't have to do much customizing on that. Then there are SMT mappings, which is a service mapping tool is there. So if you are enhancing, say, your customer master data, you are adding some custom fields in KN1. So once it is up, it's in there in the UI, you need to replicate the data. Like from UI, you need to put it to your base tables like KN1 while creating the customer, right? And when you search the customer, your KN1 data should display in your NWC UI. So that is done by SMT mapping. So and then next is customize a standard data model. So you have custom fields which are part of your client requirement, which should be added in a standard data model, so you can enhance, or you can create a custom data model, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So after data modeling, it comes UI modeling. Yeah, UI modeling means you have enhanced your data model, you have added few custom fields, but you need to show them in the UI, right? So that when user creates the change request, it should be available to the user so that they can put their input and create the data. Okay, so you can do the UI modeling for like standard data model enhance, or if the field you have enhanced, you can enhance your UI, or if you are using a custom data model, you can create the UI from scratch. And for that there is a concept of Bolgenil, and there are different baddies which are business add-ins which are required to enhance the UI. Okay, and hands-on on the UI modeling. Next comes the process modeling. Process modeling is nothing but your change request type, right? So you have a change request which is a basic driver for a creation of your data. So change request can be different type like create, update, or delete, or maybe some custom change request type also you can create based on your requirement, and that comes under process modeling. Okay, and there are different steps in process modeling, which actually is prerequisite for set up your rule-based workflow. rule-based workflow is like the different workflow steps you have. Say for material master, you want to, as per client requirement, you might have like multiple steps along with you can have parallel approval steps also, right? So say, for example, you're creating a material, so requester is creating the change request. It goes to the first level of approval, say data steward, okay, or data champion who has knowledge on the whole process, and he knows the overall data. So once he approves, you want to have multiple approvers in the next step. Like for say purchasing data, you want to have a finance approver. For warehouse data, you should have a warehouse approver, and MRP data, you have a MRP approver. So you can set a parallel workflow. So it will once data champion approves, it will go to the 3 approvers as in parallel, and once all three are taking action, then only it should go to the final approver. So that thing you can set in the rule-based workflow, and you can use rule-based workflow related business add-ins. For basic configuration, basic checks, you can use BRA Plus as itself, or for complex requirements, you can use the BRA Plus baddies. There are 4 major baddies we can use, and there might be requirements to sending emails also. So you can use these baddies.
So, Arnab, are you also going to take us through email notifications at different steps? Like if an approver has approved or rejected it, the requirement could be email should be triggered. So is that also covered over here?
Yeah, definitely that is covered.
Okay, and second thing, do you also have a set of
yeah, please carry on.
Do you also have a set of business rules, which you can give us as an examples, which are commonly used and which could be used as a part of training as well?
Yeah, it will be covered as a like a BRA Plus hands-on.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we have the data quality and search. So to set up the data search functionality, there are different methods. You can, if you have a HANA database, you can use HANA search, or you can use enterprise search instead. Okay. So how to set up the search? Okay, then it comes data replication. To know the data replication, the basic overview of ALI also will be given. How to set up ALI, how to create the partner profiles and all. Okay, and then data replication. Yeah. And there are features to mass upload, like mass create or mass change of master data.
So, Arnab, what about the duplicate check? Is that covered in another day, or because duplicate check also is one of the important topics?
Yeah, duplicate check and consolidation also I can cover. How to deduplication, how to do deduplication of the data. So duplicate check, yeah, match profile also I can show you, although it's not written here. It will be part of the data quality and search. When setting up search, I can set we can set the match profile and do the duplicate check.
Okay.
Set up the DQM, which will give you a pop-up.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So in the mass upload, are you going to talk about if you talk about MDG for material or for business partners? Do you have an Excel template where you can fill in data and you create material masters or customer or business partners in MDG?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, that's fine.
And we have different APIs, so which are more of a technical. I can give an overview if you are interested more. I can give sample codes also. Okay, so let me take you through a life cycle of a change request.
Okay.
Or do you have any question before that?
So basically, validations and derivations are covered as part of your BRF, right?
That's correct. Yes. In BRF, validation and derivation, as I said, we can be. It is if it is simple. It can be done in BRF Plus itself, or we have the baddies, different baddies where we can do the validation and derivations.
Okay, wonderful. Is there any part of you also covering any interfaces as a part of APIs?
Interfaces means which kind of interface?
The commonly used interfaces, for example, Material Master. Most of the customers in Europe requires GS1 integration. Or SRM suppliers can actually directly create your Material Master in an MDG with a change request. So these requires an extensive interfaces to be developed. Because practically, if I take a retail scenario, where you have got more than 100,000 or 200,000 articles or materials in the system, nobody's going to sit and create a change request. So it always has to be via interface, either through a product lifecycle management system or through a GS1 network, which are third parties again.
Yeah. So as you said, that has to be developed, right?
Yeah.
In the training system, I don't think any interface is developed. But
Okay.
if you are more interested, I can show you in my client system.
Yeah, that'd be helpful actually.
Yeah, I can. Towards the end of the session, I can show you. Because in client system we have done extensive interfaces with the third-party portals.
Arnab, one more for me. It will be good if you can, whatever the business case or whatever the scenario, whichever we talk, right? With the background, if I get. So these are the beneath settings or a consultant who do the technical stitching to get the data streamlined for the organization, and the body can govern that. And hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
So my question is, if you can give us the appropriate examples every stage. Example, why I am doing process modeling, what is the business utility, and then where it fits under like what process under it will fit. Example, so there might be a master data coming from the various owners, and then
Yes.
yeah. So in that case, it will be helpful to us to connect the dot. These are the areas I totally understand that which we need to accumulate together to make this module effectively working under a governance master data perspective. But appropriate examples are missing, and that will be great if you can communicate while giving the technical. First, little bit about that. Then where is the business utility or business case or challenge, and where we can connect in this MDG, which portion is connect, and how it gets solved.
Yeah.
And what is
So I have
how to configure it. Simple.
Yeah, definitely. Part of the training. So I have just talked about the topics, basic topics like data modeling, UI modeling, process modeling, BRF plus, right? So I'll give you a quick demo, end-to-end process on how, life cycle of a change request, and there I will point it out, which is part of process modeling, which is a data modeling, which is UI modeling, and which is a part of BRF plus. So it will be easier for you to understand in the beginning, and later I'll show you the step.
Your voice is little bit low. Your voice is going a little bit low and high, low and high. If you can be little bit nearby speaker, will be great. So what I want to say that it's great to us to understand that. Yeah. So so that we can capture the learnings effectively in terms of that portion perspective. You can go, no problem. You can tell us now. Yeah.
We go through this demos on the change request process, so you'll get to know what is the which steps comes where. Okay. So I'm opening the transaction code called NWBC. Okay. Native Web Business Client.
basically, I mean, this module, SAP strategy behind this module, and the client's pain area and industry impacted, and a module fitment.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sure. I'll keep in mind. Let me just give you take you through for today the demo session, and then while giving that detailed training, I'll cover all these things. Okay, so if you want to create a customer, you need to go to the search customer. There's an option to search a customer.
Your screen is moving. I could not able to see that. Yeah.
Others, are you able to see?
Yeah, I am able to see.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. So you can see this is the search criteria, right? So you can put here business partner ID, name, city, or street. You can put any of the values and click on search. It will give you it will search the data for you. Okay, but I'll more concentrate on the creation of a customer. So it will be the change request life cycle will be clear to you. Okay. So there is a new button here.
1 second. I mean, the screen is not loaded. It is a time lag time there.
Yeah, I think there is a delay.
So basically, this is the tool on NetWeaver stack, right? And this tool we are using for our learning going forward. Now, this tool, you mean to say that here is the search criteria, just like we have done for Steam. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we can see your screen. Yeah.
Okay. So if you click on new organization, you can see this available change request type.
Yeah.
So this is a part of process modeling. This is okay. Anyway, this is a part of process modeling. Okay, as we talk about process modeling, what are the different change request type you need? You create different type of change request for your requirement. It's a part of process modeling. Okay, so when you want to create a change request, so you have to have a change request type for that.
Why? My question is why I am doing this? Why I am doing this?
Why you are doing this is you need to create a customer, right? So if you want to create a customer, so you have a change. So change request is the process you create a customer. So if you want to create a change request, you start with the change request type. So if you want to create a customer, you can have a change request type. If you want to have want to change a customer, you want to have a different change request type. And if you want to delete, there should be a different type of change request. So for today, I'll just take you through the change request life cycle. For detailed explanation, maybe we need to have a detailed class, okay? Because I'll not. I need to complete by 10:30. So if let me complete the detailed the life cycle first, okay? So click on OK. The page will come. So here you can let it load. It's loading.
It will be on VMware. It is little bit slow, I believe.
Yes, yes. So this section is the belongs to the change request. Top section belongs to the change request part, which is a change request header section. Okay. So for each change request, there will be automatically a generated number, which is just nothing but change request ID. And this change request description, it should be a meaningful description. Okay, where you can set so that in future if you refer a change request ID, you know what is the purpose you created this change request. Here is a status. This is variable. Okay. So if you want to create a customer, you use a business partner data model, BP data model, and you have a CVI integration with a business partner with the customer. Okay, where you need to choose a grouping of the business partner. So this thing I'll explain in detail. No worries. So for the demo purpose, I'm just showing what are the basic fields you need to put and create a change request. Okay. So you put a name for the customer. You put a address. Okay. These are basic few basic information you put, like street or house number, postal code, country, region, and city also you can put. Like I'm just putting some random values. Okay. There are many other fields which are used for different business requirements. Okay. So in the top you can see there is a check button. So anytime you are creating a change request, you can do a check. So all the validation will trigger if you click on check. And if any wrong values are entered, so it will give some messages. So you can do customization of the messages also. You can put additional validation based on the requirement. So these all are configurable, or there is some coding also you can do to put additional error messages, additional validations.
Arnab, do you also have the data model sheet for supplier and the customers?
Yes, I have.
Okay. The main work which goes in data modeling is to understand, which are hidden or displayed, or all that stuff. So that's a long task. So is there any standard best practice which comes out of the box, or which we can recommend as a base and then recommend the customer? Because if we take MDG to a new customer who doesn't have any SAP footprint, and we tell them the customer, you need to fill up the data model and get back to us, they have no idea what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, so out of box if you install there will be the section which are visible, and I mean there is no based on the requirement, right? So it depends from client to client. So basically what are the SAP requirements, what are the fields are available, that will be visible. So based on
but
that,
the
you need
SAP
to understand the client requirement.
See, the thing is, the customer is new on SAP, right? So it doesn't have any understanding of what we're talking about, what is data model to start with. Okay, and then we're giving this long sheet of data model which has got all the fields of maybe 300 or 500 fields available. Now, SAP doesn't recommend anything which says field A has to be mandatory, field B has to be hidden, or field. So there is no standard recommendation on a data model, right? So if you give the sheet to the customer, to fill up
I don't think you
300
should
fields.
give the sheet to the customer. You sit with the customer, try to get their requirements, and as a functional consultant has to do this exercise, right? So because if you just
But
give
then
it
the
to the
customer,
customer, they will not understand.
correct. But then the customer asks to explain each and every field to them. Because otherwise they can't recommend. They cannot say that we need this field or we do not need this field. Right? So that's a very long task.
So that's what I'm telling. So first you need to get the requirement from the customer, what they need. You don't have to first explain the data model to the customer. You first have to understand what they are looking in their customer. Whether they are just interested in the um, only the address related data, bank related data, or they need some more information. So there are basic things like sales organization, company code, those things. Anyway, you can fill it up, right? So additional things. First, you need to know what is the requirement. Based on that, you need to suggest. You need to use these sections, right? So if you give the sheet to the customer and try to explain everything, that won't work possibly.
Okay.
It's taking a long time. I don't know why it's very slow.
Yeah.
Okay, in the meantime, once the check is successful, okay, you can just submit. There's a submit button, okay. So if you submit, the change request will be submitted, and based on your workflow setup, it will go to the corresponding approver for the approval. Okay. So this section, this data section comes under the data model, where you fill up with your data. Okay, this comes in the data model. So if you enhance data model, if you add custom fields in your data model, it will show up. You'll add in the UI and it will show up here. And if you put the data in the additional custom fields and submit, and once it is approved, finally it is approved and activated, your data will be stored in the your underlying database tables.
Yeah, that's clear.
Yeah, and there is a save button. So if you are creating a change request and you don't have all the data, or you are doing some other work, wherein you don't have currently you don't want to submit this request, you can save it in a draft status and you can take it later, and it will be coming up from where you have saved, and it will have all the data, and you can fill up the rest of the data and submit then. Mm,
Do you have any other change request which is not an approved or just submitted status? That will be helpful.
yeah. So let me check if anything is there. Mm.
Yeah, you can pick any one of these.
Yeah. So I'm trying to approve this change request and show you. Okay. So this is one submitted change request. You can see that you have a different buttons here: approve, reject, and all. Okay. And there are buttons for change documents and workflow log. So approve is like you are the approver. It has come to you. You check all the data. You approve it. Okay. If you think some problem with the data, you can reject it. Okay. But if you want to reject it, you need to put a reason, rejection reason here. Okay. You cannot just reject it. It will show an error. Change document is whatever the changes has been done, maybe from first approver to second approver, or while updating a customer or changing a customer, what was the old value and what was the new value. So that will come under the change request, and the workflow log will show the different steps, or the life cycle of this workflow of this change request. It may be gone to some approver, he has rejected, it has again come back to him, he has approved, it has come back to the final approver. So all these steps will be shown in the workflow log. Okay. So see this, you can see this dollar sign and this some number. So customer is not getting has not got created till now. Okay, because it is not finally approved. So it is giving some temporary number. If once you approve it, it will give you a proper customer number and it will save in the KN1 table. So let me try to
So once you just approve it, or you need to activate it actually?
No. Depends.
I think approval and activation are two different processes.
No, not two different process. I mean, it depends on the number of approvers you have. If you are the final, if it is a final approver, so if you approve, it will be activated. Okay. So in between,
so
if you
don't need to activate it, is it?
No need to separately activate. So if
okay,
there might be scenario wherein you can be the second level of approver. Okay, you have two buttons, approve and reject, and in the final approver has two buttons. That is again configurable. What is the text of the button will be there. So there can be, we can put like activate and reject. Okay, so that we can differentiate the level of approver, because final approval will click on activate, and say second level of approval will click on approve. So that can be also configurable. So you're talking about duplicate check. This is a duplicate check pop-up which is configured. Okay. So if you continue, it will continue with the customer, creating a customer. So you can see the status. It was changed to workflow is currently being processed, and once it is activated, finally, if it is activated, it will be status will be final check approved, and your customer will be created. So since system is slow, it might take some time, but generally in few seconds it is done. So these change request and different type of change request, like this was a suspect match, like duplicate check, duplicate kind of record was there, so it was created with this type of change request. And there are different change requests like address error. So those are very specific based on your requirement or client requirement. We can differentiate between different type of change request. So that is done in process modeling. Yeah, so you can see it is final check approved. So it is finally approved. You can have the date time stamp when it is created, when it is changed, when it is finalized. And your customer number has got generated from the temporary dollar number, right? You can take this customer, you can go to K1 table and check the data, have all the information which are there in the change request will be available in your underlying database tables. Okay.
So what you created was a customer or a business partner? Because the business partner with a specific role
Both.
would be defined in the customer, right? So I thought it was just a business partner.
No,
That's it.
here we have both. It is creating both. Yeah, based on requirement, you can just create business partner, or you can create both. You can have a ECC customer along with a business partner.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
You can see all the details, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And business partner will also be created. Yep. Okay. So this is a basic life cycle of a change and how the governance works. So this is a quick overview kind of thing. I think I have covered my part for today because I have a client meeting at 10:30, so we cannot extend this session anymore.
Yeah, fine enough. So we can just, this is just a demo session. So they want to see like the presentations and what are the course contents being covered and how means like friendly you can answer the questions. So I guess like these particular queries have been already addressed properly. Okay. So just now Arnav has shown in his system, but every one of you will be getting the system from us, so which is practice system. Okay. So that would be much faster than which is being shown right now. And the things are like we can decide the timings and the course contents which is being shown by Arnav is, those are for 5 days training completely. It's 6 hours a day, something like
Yeah,
this.
it's a classroom
Okay.
training session.
Classroom training.
I have this document. I didn't find just before the session. I was trying, so I have it.
Yeah.
I'll share it with you, Araj.
Yeah, no problem. And even like so this is the one which has been shown to you guys are like is a classroom training for 5 days, so daily is considering daily 6 hours. So so the training duration would be around 35 hours, so we need to spend daily 1 hour or 1.5 hours so that it may cover less than a month. So depends upon our availability and the timings which we are spending. Maybe in weekends we can spend more number of hours and we can finish a bit faster also. So apart from this one, the course contents which is being shared, which is going to be shared by Arnav, can have little modifications. Like if you want to add up some topics and if you want to drop some topics which are not necessary, you are feeling. So that can be taken care. That's not an issue. Okay.
exactly.
Yeah. So the main goal for this particular training is going to be, you people should get proper benefit out of it. So every one of our coming here spend our time and money to get proper benefit. So that's what we are really keen to address that. Okay, guys. So fine then. So shall we conclude, Arnav, for the day?
Yeah, I'm done from my side. Thank you
Okay,
all.
that's really great. Thank you so much, Arnav.
Thanks,
Thanks
Arnav.
for your time. Yeah. Okay, guys, so we'll conclude for the day now. Okay, if any queries you are having, you can call, you can get connected with Sana, Anuja, or Nikita, who are like means like with whom you contacted. Okay.
Sure.
All right then. Thank you
Okay.
very much.